Okay, so many trainers on Instagram and on here on YouTube are contributing to people's poor relationship with food and their body, and I think it's super problematic. So if you're ready to confront some hard truths about the fitness industry and how it's screwing everybody's bodies up, this video is for you. If you haven't subscribed yet, click the bell below this video. I'm out here helping the fitness industry become more hormone friendly. So if that's what you're into too, you're gonna find a lot of relevance and value in all the videos here. So make sure you're subscribed. I'm Omega, and if you don't know me yet, I actually lost my period for 6 years due to restrictive dieting and over-exercise, and that experience just catapulted me into this world of hormone health. And after years of studying and clinical work, I now have a certification program to provide the mentorship, the roadmap, and support for personal trainers to become hormone health coaches. And if it wasn't for the personal journey that I went through, I don't know if I would have come to this point. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for watching this video. Let's start by diving into the moral imperative of food. So the moral imperative of food in the fitness industry refers to this idea that certain foods are moral and superior and virtuous, and consuming them is seen as a choice tied to one's character, discipline, or commitment to health. Let that sink in. I know that when I was a younger trainer, I had this binary thinking. My mentality was really strict, like boiled chicken, good, chips, bad, and I wouldn't put that poison in my body. The phrase that you may have used before in your coaching journey, if it fits your macros, is one of those binary approaches to food. It limits food to one of three categories, right? But food is actually so much more than that. This kind of binary thinking creates food obsessions and lead people to consuming food that is less healthy, less well-rounded, and gives them less joy because food becomes a number. Counting macros is really just rebranded calorie counting at the end of the day. With macros, once you know how much is in what, you don't have to keep counting. You can rest in the knowledge that your body is fluctuating, your daily needs fluctuate. And that kind of thinking right there really helped me unpack my relationship with food. And so I want to share how I went from this binary thinking about food to finding freedom with my relationship with food, and most of all, peace. Associating a good food choice with discipline and a bad food choice with weakness, labeling it as a guilty pleasure, is also something that limits us. Instead, I propose understanding how our favorite food supports us. For example, for me, when I crave waffles and brownies before my period starts, I joyfully make brownies during my luteal phase, and I'll indulge in those late night waffles, for instance. I do this with knowledge and love now. Knowledge that my body is going to benefit from the extra calories in my luteal phase, and I hold knowledge also that the extra calories from a waffle, for example, and sometimes before going to bed, is gonna help me actually stay asleep. And I hold love in my heart because I know at one point, this choice would have given me such extreme anxiety. Even the craving at one point in my life would have made me feel shame. If any of this is starting to sound familiar, I'd really love to hear your thoughts on how you've struggled in your own relationship to food and where you are at now in your journey of giving yourself that knowledge and love and understanding when it comes to making food choices. Leave your comments and thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. And we can't talk about unpacking our relationship with food if we don't know how we as coaches have participated in the notion that discipline equals the ideal physique versus no discipline results in an unideal physique. If you are having trouble picturing this, I want you to think about how many times you've sat in the gym parking lot for 10 or 15 minutes having to psych yourself up to be disciplined for today's workout in order to stick to the plan. And before you turn this off, I understand there's so much value in being disciplined. That's the world I came from. But ultimately, you walk in those gym doors because you fear what it means about your discipline, your physique, and how you demonstrate that to the people who are your clients. So oftentimes trainers live in this fear that if their body doesn't look good, then they don't have any business telling other people how to work with their body. And to me, that's no way to live, and that's no way to psych yourself up for exercise, sitting in front of the gym and whatever, pump up music, caffeine, I don't know. Instead of all that, I like teaching my clients about the intersection of self-love and self-discipline and how those two really interplay together. So something like undermining the enjoyment of food is something that trainers get stuck on a lot too. And I think when you start to unwind your own poor relationship with food, as I have done and many of the trainers that I work with done, you can start, and your clients too, can start enjoying food again, especially when you approach food from this knowledgeable and loving place. The moral imperative of food in the fitness industry and its connection to binary thinking, rigidity, and prioritizing discipline over anything else is really based in this extremely masculine approach to fitness. And if you have been caught up in this, have compassion for yourself, because as coaches, most of what we were taught about nutrition has come from research that has been done on men and things that men have done to be successful in their own bodies. And so I think as female identifying coaches who are awakening to this idea of cyclical fitness, cycle syncing, and hormone health, it's our responsibility to pave a new path of fitness, a holistic approach. And that is what I'm doing here on my channel, on Instagram. Go follow me over there, leave me a DM, I wanna hear from you. I'm glad you're on this path with me. Subscribe using the bell below if you haven't already, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear where you're at in your journey of hormone-friendly fitness and nutrition. You can hear more about my journey using this playlist here. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in the next video.